the information, your reader said that he will not be asking questions and what about this, what about that. If you have enough information in there, we'll consider it to be complete, adequate. You cannot exhaust everything. No, never. You can't. But enough information, perhaps using definitions, quotations, examples, illustrations, and so on and so forth to help you build the details that your reader wants to know. If he needs some more, he must do some more research to find it. You cannot exhaust everything as a way. We advise here. And I like this expression here. Do not leave questions on the minds of your reader. Remember, you will not be there to explain things to the reader, and so you have to anticipate the kind of questions that a reader can have about a claim you have made or an argument you are advancing in your discussion of a point, so that you invest your time plenty, is the amount of the same thing. Anticipate the questions and answer or supply the information accordingly. The second one has your knowledge of the structures of the various parts of the introductory paragraph. We've said this again and again, has the structure of the opening and the thesis statement, right? The developmental paragraph has the structure of the thesis statement, the topic sentence, topic discussion, topic closure, and the concluding paragraph has a restatement of the point, a synthesis or summary of the point, predictions, proposals, and so on and so forth. Now, if you are familiar with this structure, check your essay and see whether all of these parts are there, all of these elements are there. If they are there, your work is complete. But if they are not there, it means that your work is not complete. Your work is defective. You have to redo it. So, as far as completeness is concerned, you can handle it in two ways: explanatory adequacy and structural adequacy, making sure you have supplied all the information, practically all the information that the reader may be anticipating there, or you follow the structure of the various part of the essay and write accordingly, like we saw in the sample, paragraph of the antagonism between cats and dogs. That's how we design it. If you design it that way, you'll be able to, um, ensure that your paragraph is complete. The last part is coherence. Coherence has to do with the flow, the logical flow of your sentences. Sentences are words are joined into sentences into paragraphs, and so on and so forth. And yet, you see the movement of one idea into another, said that they cohere. They are, in spite of the fact that you'll be talking about different things, different sentences, you come together. They are cemented together. When you are weaving them, I've highlighted this word: cementing, weaving, chaining, gluing. How you glue, how you cement, how you chain, how you all these are referring to one and the same. How you weave sentences together so that they flow logically, natural sequence. Okay, so that is what we expect to see in your essay. Basically, that is it. For example, if you are describing a human being, would you start first from the tummy, because that shows a lot, like mine? Then you go to the knee, Then you go to the hair on the head. Then you go to the sole of the feet. Would you, I mean, describe a human being that way? What mental picture would you be painting when you describe a human being that way? Rubbish. Okay, but the order, it should flow from the head to toe. Describe it, and the person will be able to picture if he hasn't seen a human being before. The way you arrange them logically, letting them flow. Remember what we said from the least important to the most important, or the most important to the least important. Let's have a linear development of your essay. This is what we mean by coherence. Coherence. It adds to how we understand. It facilitates understanding. So let's see how this is done. To ensure coherence, we have strategies, ways that we ensure that our paragraph or our essay is coherent. According to the slide, there are 5 important ways of achieving coherence in paragraph. Compared with the other two, that is unity and completeness, this is the most complicated one because it's further divided into various ways or strategies. It says there are 5. In fact, there are 6. There are 6 of them. Let's take them out. The first one is the natural or easily recognized order, simply natural order. The second one is the transitional words and phrases. Of course, add sentences to it because we learned that one. Transitional, simply transitional markers. Then you have repetition of keywords, simply repetition. Then you have substitution of pronouns for key nouns, pronoun reference, if you like. Parallelism, parallelism. And the sixth one is synonyms. Synonyms. All right. Did I have it? I didn't write. I couldn't do that here. Where is it? Okay, that's the sixth one. So we'll go through all of this and demonstrate how they are done. So this is the use of transitional words. A paragraph that has used one of the ways or strategies, that is transitional marker or markers, transitional words and phrases. Um, we are not going to we don't have to waste time on this particular one because no, let us do it. Can you identify transitional words and phrases in this particular sample paragraph? Who can help us? Look at it. Should we read it? Yes, let's read it. Step.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're back.
Yep, I'm back.
What happened?
Yeah, my mic was, I don't know, it was giving me a little bit of problems.
Um, you have a
Yeah,
carpenter around you.
no.
A 4-inch nail can fix it easily.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do that.
You're saying okay, step. Yeah, they don't mind me. Continue, please.
Okay.
Right.
So paragraph coherence,
Mm-hmm.
use of transitional words. Ma- Many people have an image of the mortician that is way off target. They picture a humorless man dressed in a black suit and black top hat. The mortician, they think, delights in death because it means profit. They see the mortician as someone who preys on people's grief and cons them into spending huge sums on caskets and unnecessary services. In short, they see the mortician as unprincipled, as a vulture who feasts on death. Yet, morticians are not like this at all. They are pleasant people who desire to help others cope with their grief and who see the needs of the departed. Today's morticians dress in stylish suits, often grey or blue, and they help their clients stay within their budget, not overspend. In fact, various state and federal laws prevent morticians from taking financial advantage of grief-stricken survivors. Far from goal, the mortician is as pleasant and full of life as anyone else.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. You remember the job is waiting for you at BBC.
Thank you.
Right. Let's break it down before you go for, I mean, it's important to. Who is a mortician? Who is a mortician? I wonder whether it is a label that we are so familiar with. So as to understand what is we're discussing here, who is a mortician? Can you look up the word mortician if you have the a device to help you do that? So you share that with us. Who can help us do that? Okay, now, 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 100 people are waiting. I think
Yes, sir. A mortician is a person who prepares disease for burial, diseased people for burial.
thank you. Let's listen to other versions. Ibrahim,
Yes, sir. A mortician is someone who prepares and manages everything related to a person's body after they pass away and helps the family with funeral arrangements.
thank you very much, Freddie.
A mortician is a funeral director or undertaker.
Great one there. So we are familiar with funeral director or undertaker and so on and so forth. So that's what we are talking about here. Let's go down there to this last but one line. Far from a ghoul, the mortician is as pleasant and full of life as anyone is. My focus here is the word ghoul. What is it? Sep.
So, please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. We can.
Okay, that's great. Genders that are often associated with graveyards and macabre and consumption of human flesh.
Thank you very much. Samuela.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, please come here.
Yes, you're welcome to Ghana.
Thank you.
I hope the one behind you will not talk about the fact that today he doesn't have money, like the other guy did. And then his cow.
Sir, please, I'm sorry. I'm outside now.
Okay.
So, a ghoul is a scary, evil creature from folklore that
Mm.
hangs around graveyards and eats dead bodies.
Thank you very much. So you can compare what Sep read for us and what Tamala has just read for us, and to know the type of person a ghoul is. And it's being compared with the mortician, the funeral director, and sometimes the mortuary man. Okay, are they the same? Is the goal? This is the story. The way he lives in the cemetery and a face on human flesh. So the mortician is being compared with that ego. It's not like that. Okay. All right. Now, based on this comparison, let's see how the transitional words have been used. So where do we have the transitional words or phrases? Can we identify some transitional words and phrases? Now that we've broken it down to understand it, Gardner,
So please, the first transitional phrase I can say is in short.
in short, thank you. I agree with you. When do you think we can use in short? If you have the answer, fine. If you don't have it, any other person who has it may want to contribute that.
So
When would you use
please,
the word in short?
So please, can you take the question again?
Um, Gardner answered my question regarding um, transitional words and phrases that have been used in the paragraph. And he gave us one, I guess from the sixth line or so, in short. And I asked him, or just anybody, when we use the word or the phrase in short, when do you think it's appropriate to use the transitional phrase in short?
it can be directly used in the aspect of summarizing a statement.
Summarizing. Summarizing. Okay. So looking at yeah. Am I not jumping it? Am I not jumping it? Um okay, you will come back to it. You'll come back to it. I wanted to talk about this. That should have preceded the groupings, the semantic implications. We have addition, we have concession, and words or phrases that are used when it's about addition. Okay, you have only, not only, but also, and so on. It's about concession. You have admittedly, certainly, conclusion, and you have finally, in summary, and whatever, sequence, consequence, contrast, likeness. Contrast and likeness, we saw this last week. Contrast, yes, was there, but likeness is what we have as comparison. Okay, then restatement. You remember I gave you one more comprehensive one. Let me show you to you once again. If you didn't take a shot of it, you can take a shot of it now. Okay, so you can see this. Go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Summary or restatement. Again, as far as noted, as you have read, for this reason, in brief, in conclusion, in fact, in other words, in sum, of course. So, we have a version of in short here, in brief. So you use it when you are summarizing or restating a point. I hope that is clear. Right. Okay, let's get back to any other, you know, transition that have been used here. Yes, share that with us if you have identified another one. Step.
The other transition I notice is yet.
Yet. Thank you, I agree with you. When do we use yet? When do we use yet? In which category does it come? Under which category?
So I think think yet comes in like contrast.
Contrast. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. All right. And the next transitional marker, I have. Oh, what do I have here? There is a hand up. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, Gardner.
Yes, sir. Please, the next one I see is in fact.
In fact, thank you. I agree with you. And when do we use it? Where do we find it? Under which semantic implication or category?
So please, I think it's relevant in the course of affirming a statement.
Affirming a statement. Affirming a statement. All right. So you see the way this has been talking about the mortician. Um, I guess when you begin from all the way to the phrase in short, they see the mortician as unprincipled. You see, giving the mortician a bad name, giving the mortician a bad name. But the word, the transitional word, yet gives us a contrasting view of or the funeral director, or if you like the mortuary man. It changes from the negative view to a positive view. Then, in fact, restate the point that has been discussed. So we write this way, and our writing will highly be appreciated. Our writings will be appreciated. Okay. No, this is a, a, a paragraph that deals with repetition as a coherence strategy. Remember, repetition is one of the strategies that we use under coherence. Repetition. I guess our work has been done for us. See the underlined words. I don't know why they did that. They should have left that for us to do. Okay. So you see the word fear being repeated, snakes being repeated, and so on and so forth. Now let's use this in another way. Let's use it in another way. The list didn't give us, remember this list, it didn't give us the last point I added, synonyms. The list didn't give us that. Let's try and see whether we have synonyms in here for repetition that has been done for us already. Do we need to read it before we do that? Okay, somebody should read for us so that we are on the same wavelength. Matikole,
Thank you, sir. Important words or phrases.
go straight to the text.
The text. Okay. One of the most common, one of the most common, yet most puzzling phobias is the fear of snakes. It's only natural, of course, to be afraid of a poisonous snake, but many people are just as frightened of the harmless varieties. For such people, a tiny green grass snake is as terrifying as a cobra. Some researchers say this unreasonable fear of any and all snakes is a legacy left to us by our cave-dwelling ancestors. for whom these reptiles were a real and constant danger. Others maintain that the fear is a result our associating the associating the snake with the notion of evil, as in the Garden of Eden. Whatever the reason, the fact remains that for many otherwise normal people, the more sight of a snake
The
cycling
mere sight.
the mere sight of a snake cycling through the countryside is enough to keep them city dwellers forever. The
Thank you.
repeated okay.
Sorry. Yeah, thank you very much. That comment has to do with the factor of repetition. Okay. So we want to use this for synonyms. Can you identify synonymous words in there? Can you identify synonymous words in there? Step, is your hand up?
Yes, sir.
No, okay. Then it must be you must be tired by now because you've been there for about 2 hours now. Aye, Clara.
Sir, please, the synonymous words we have phobia and fear.
Phobia and fear. I agree with you. Thank you. Then Ajika. What have you discovered? Oh,
So
Ajika. Yes.
she has taken my point.
No, why did she do that to you? I've always warned the class not to do that. If you know somebody will say something, don't say it.
She has to compensate him. She really has to compensate him.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's the way. So, Step, let's hear you, Step.
Sir, I think another synonymous word is reptile and snake.
Reptiles and snake. I agree
Yeah.
with you. I agree with you. And don't worry yourself too much about identifying others because basically, here's what there are. But if you are able to identify one, I'll make you buy for yourself 2 crates of Malta Guinness. Yeah. Okay. Lamin,
Yes, sir. Yes, so one of them is afraid and then frightened.
oh, that's great. Afraid and frightened. And, it has other synonyms like fear. Okay, you're right. That's correct. Thank you so much. And don't forget to buy for yourself 2 crates of Malta Guinness
Okay,
and paste the receipt on the notice board.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right. Let's say something else. Using pronouns. Please read for us. Step.
Okay. A pronoun is one sentence. A pronoun in one sentence
Oh,
replaced
please
with
straight there.
okay.
Yes.
The great white shark is perhaps the best equipped of all the ocean predators. 2. It can grow up to 21 feet and
Hello,
weigh
sir.
3 tons.
Hello, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
please, Gardner is calling you.
Yeah, Gardner.
So please, Stephanie's voice is a little lower. It's not that clear. I can't hear it clearly. I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing that.
Okay, can the class confirm that?
Mrs. Agadi, we all can hear. It's only Ghana that cannot hear. So you better work on your microphone, sir.
Perry, please don't come and
You're
beat
working
me.
on it, sir.
Please, the voice is
Oh,
low. I can't hear clearly. Perry, please don't come and beat me. I beg you.
perhaps
Gardner,
the
please,
advice
can
is
you hear
that
me?
you use 4 inch. Your position again. Using one ear, but I can hear. The but it will be. Right. So, Anitep, try and speak up.
Okay, sir. Take it like this.
You continue.
Great. Like it can grow up to 21 feet away 3 tons. That can be